So I wanted to make a big brain video today, like maybe talk about the ANCAP police state problem, or about the fact that trans people constantly get reduced to their transness in everything they do and every part of their identity by LGBTQ activists instead of just letting them be people. Then I saw the trailer to the new Fantastic Beasts film, which is not called Fantastic Beasts at all, in anticipation of watching that film this weekend with my beloved. We are doing that, right? Like, I recall us having that conversation, but I probably forgot. And I saw something that just made me recoil in disgust. So Harry Potter is set in the 1990s, which is rather difficult to tell in every single scene that is set in the school. This is not really 1990s appropriate wardrobe, frankly. This is like a fantasy cosplayer's interpretation of medieval fashion. Even the more modern wizards wear clothing items from like late modernity to maybe the 1930s, but that seems to be the major cutoff. And all this anachronistic wardrobe makes a lot of sense if you consider why it is a thing in the first place. The wizarding world is super out of touch with the Muggle world. Even if you get some Muggle-born wizards in there from time to time, a lot of them will, you know, sort of adopt the wizarding fashion in this new community they have entered, and which is their life probably completely. And the few that don't are such a little number that they probably introduce a little bit of new fashion to the wizarding world, but not a lot. On a completely unrelated and like super dark side note, I read somewhere the fan theory that there's no such thing as Muggle-born wizards, and Muggle-borns are just really half-bloods where the dad was a wizard and he raped a Muggle woman and then she got pregnant and he obliviated her. And it makes a surprising amount of sense. And because wizards are so utterly out of touch with the Muggle world, of course they're not going to have the latest fashion. I mean, Jesus Christ! The guy who was in charge of Muggle affairs in the Ministry of Magic, he doesn't know what an escalator is. Escalators have existed since the 1890s. And somehow I managed to ignore this in the first film, but seeing the trailer of the second film, and also all of the memes that are attached to it, I'm realizing that all of the people in that film are wearing 1920s fashion. Like the latest 1920s, like just a bit fancier than the rest of the people in the 1920s. What the fuck? I mean, wizards in America, where they're literally not allowed to be mates with Muggles, they're somehow more in touch with Muggle fashion? I mean, of course, if you think about it, it might kind of make sense. Staying hidden from the Muggles is super important to the Americans, and no, I'm not going to use the fucking word no-maj, because fuck that noise. But hold up! It seems like this situation is not exclusive to the United States of America. You see this? This is Dumbledore. Notice how he's not wearing flowing robes? Let's not even fucking talk about the fact that these heretics cast Jude Law instead of Jared fucking Harris to play young Dumbledore. This is what young Dumbledore should have looked like, okay? This is him. Like, this is young Dumbledore. So Dumbledore is British, and he's wearing the latest fashion. I mean, this is a smart three-piece suit. This isn't something an out-of-touch person wears. And it is true that some wizards in America are wearing fashion that is more at home in the 10s, or maybe even the noughties. But unless Muggles in Britain were running around in flowing robes with golden embroideries in 1985, there's no reason wizards should have been wearing them in 1990 by that exact same logic. And of course we all know why this choice of wardrobe was made. We see wizards wearing clothes from the 1920s, and our brains go, boy yes, them's are ye oldie-timey clothies. And so it does fit with wizards wearing anachronistic clothes. But they're not wearing anachronistic clothes. Objectively, in-universe, this does not make sense. If you wanted to keep up any kind of consistency or, you know, sense, you should have made it so wizards in America wore anything from, like, early settlers to Abraham Lincoln. And while I'm being mad about Harry Potter, what prompted you to cast Johnny Depp as Grindelwald? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Johnny Depp. He's a fantastic actor. But Grindelwald? Anyway, thank you for watching whatever this was. I'm just mad with power at this point. I can be angry about something, and I can make a video about it, instead of actually putting work into what I do. It's fucking NaNoWriMo. I have to, like, write a lot. And videos are just not very effective at getting that accomplished. And yes, there's no point getting mad about fiction, but Harry Potter was a big part of my childhood. I appreciate the spin-offs, I kind of enjoyed Fantastic Beasts, but Jesus Christ, at least sort of stay consistent with the established universe. And also, just to preempt this, because someone will ask in the comments, I am a Ravenclaw. My girlfriend is 100% of the opinion that I am the archetypal Ravenclaw, and all of her Harry Potter knowledgeable friends seem to agree about this. And my Patronus is a lynx. And yes, friends, I do know which fictional schoolhouse I belong to, and I do know which fictional spirit animal I would have, because my life is not one that is utterly devoid of any kind of joy or fun. Also, if I go see this movie this weekend, and fucking Dumbledore and Grindelwald meet, there better be some gay shit! There better be some homosexual tension there, J.K. Rowling. You better not have retconned something again without actually showing it again. Yeah, basically that's it. This is just me being angry about something pointless on the internet. Thank you very much for watching. Do whatever you want to do with this video. Also, go read Harry Potter. It's actually good if you've only seen the movies, or if you haven't done anything at all, or really read any other book. I've been reading fucking Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey, even though I've seen the show. It's a very good book. I haven't been able to put it down, which is very bad because I need to get work done. Support me on Patreon, follow me on Twitter. I don't have any other social media, except of course for my Discord server, which is one of the best Discord servers in the world. GQ has said this. Disclaimer, GQ has not actually said that. In that spirit, go read. And be angry about movies that you haven't seen yet. See you around, cunts.